everybody, and welcome to Victoria's Action Figure Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars 2013 Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. Here's a look at the packaging. So this figure came out last year. He was part of Hasbro's 2013 series of basic figures. However, that lineup did not hit retail here in the US. We had the 2012 movie heroes, which included some Clone Wars figures. For 2013, unfortunately, those figures were only available in Canada and Europe, as far as I know. None of them made it here to the US, and that's pretty unfortunate because I really like this style of packaging. It's been a while since we've seen green in one of the action figure lines. I believe the last one was Power of the Jedi back in 2000 and 2001. And this one really looks nice. I really love the look of Yoda up there in the packaging and the green and white color scheme. It's nice and fresh. It's too bad it didn't make it out here, but in any case, here he is. I had to resort to eBay to tracking down this Anakin figure. So let's take a look at him and see what he has to offer us collectors. Give you a close-up here of the figure. So the sculpt on this Anakin for the head is really nice. The paintwork could be a little more well-defined. It's a little bit blurry looking almost, but it's not terribly bad. The eyes are there, the scar in his face, you can see his teeth. For the most part it looks nice. The hair is just like a simple brown color. But again, sculpt-wise, this looks really nice. They did a really good job recapturing his likeness to the character as he appeared in the Clone Wars series. And from what I understand, this figure is actually a repaint of the 2012 release. From what I've seen in pictures, though, this one looks a little bit more accurate. The tablards are a nice dark black color. As far as the rest of him, he's pretty simple. Not a whole lot going on. But then again, when you watch the show, the characters are quite simple. Pretty nice. I really like the coloring that they utilized here on his outfit. Nice little silver detail there for the comlink. And then his glove. He's got some soft goods skirt right there. Now you would think that he might have a hip articulation. His legs kind of flex outward a little bit, but there's actually no hinge joints there at the hips. They merely go forward and back. And as for the rest of articulation, you get a ball joint here at the head. Now, it's kind of strange because if you look there at the neck, you can see what looks like a hinge. However, there's not really much movement. He doesn't really look down or up. You can spin his head in all directions, but, it's kind of strange. You would think that there'd be a better range of movement there. And it's also weird how they painted that hinge brown rather than a flesh tone. Beyond that, Anakin has a ball hinge here at the shoulders. He has ball hinges there at the elbows. The aforementioned movement at the hips. Ball hinges here at the knees. And he has a rotation at the waist. For accessories, Anakin comes with a single lightsaber. It's a pretty nice looking hilt. It looks to be in line with what we see in the animated show. And it's also of a lighter blue color for the blade. It's almost like a whitish blue. So not quite as dark as what we've seen with previous lightsabers, but, I think it looks pretty good. Well, I don't have the 2012 version that this figure is based upon. I do have an earlier Anakin based on seasons 3 through 6 to compare for you. Now, I've kind of always liked that Anakin figure. I remember picking him up one year on clearance. I don't have a whole lot of Clone Wars figures at this point in time, but, since this one was a really good price, I believe from Target, I went ahead and picked him up. The proportions on him are nice, but he doesn't quite capture the animated look as well as this latest Clone Wars Anakin does. And let's give you a closer view of the head sculpts. So it's an okay looking Anakin. I like the silhouette to his body. I think it looks a little more natural, but the head sculpt just isn't quite as good as this one, which much more closely matches the Clone Wars TV show. This is the Hasbro Star Wars 2013 Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. I think from what I've seen for these Clone Wars Anakin figures, I think this is probably the best one that Hasbro came out with. He could be a little bit better in terms of paint, especially in the facial area. And, you know, they could have added a little bit more articulation to him, but it's really not necessary. I find him to be entirely adequate. And, again, he does have the best likeness of any Clone Wars Anakin figures. So, for that, you know, I think this is definitely a really good effort put forth by Hasbro. And as such, I do recommend him if you're collecting the Clone Wars figures or, you know, you're looking to have at least one Anakin from the show. This would be a good one to track down. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.